but you know what else I know. So, yeah.
Wow. Do you want to tell any of those stories now?
Well, I'm saying.
Jaguar Wright pointed out something.
And I think that's what the problem is. Everybody wanna. What is up, YouTube? Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. We gonna have a picnic on this one. Yup. We having a picnic, baby. Check this out, man. No music or anything, man. I'm gonna tell y'all some serious stuff, man. I got a buddy of mine, they're right around the corner from me. I just came back. He bought a motorhome SUV, and we about to he gonna put speakers. I told him we should put the speakers on top. So I went over there to give him a evaluation of what I think. See, you so busy hating and you don't know my background. People come to me, he said, man, that's a good idea. I like what you said. It got to be fashioned down. Let them handle that. He can build 2 cages on top of the SUV, right? And he gonna wrap it and wrap the whole thing. It's gonna look sharp, man. It's gonna look sharp. So, and I'm gonna go over there and upgrade the generator, run all the wires. Certified sound technician. That's what I do. I'm retired. I don't want to do this stuff no more. But I do it from him. For him, he's a friend of mine, and he's gonna pay me. And I ain't even gonna. I bet you he give me about $5,000. No, he might be watching. I bet you he give me $10,000 to $20,000. Cause that's my fee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He know, man. That's my man, Keith. Shout out to Keith. He's a dynamite sax player, and he gonna travel the world playing his sax and pull up the motorhome. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna take pictures and video, but I didn't, clear it with him, and I didn't want to, put it out, his business out there. So, but I know one thing. I want to buy me one. It's coming. I'm just being patient. 5 minutes ago, Jaguar Wright confirms Diddy got the Katt Williams. Oh my God. This is why we're going to have a picnic, man. Bullshit. Y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
Like all of the people that Katt Williams spoke against on Shay Shay have actually done those things. They've actually paid authorities to get rid of evidence, to corrupt evidence, to hold evidence until things made it past the statute of limitation. Like, these people actually have done all of these things.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
To be able to have Katt Williams' name out there and attached to somebody being unalived at a property that's associated with him, whether closely or loosely in any way, it's now the story is he paid off all the officials and he paid everybody.
The story of Katt Williams has always been about more than comedy. He is a man who has built his career on telling uncomfortable truths, mixing jokes with raw honesty about Hollywood and the music industry. For years, he was dismissed as unstable or wild. But today, more people are starting to ask if he was right all along. Jaguar Wright has added her voice to this debate. She has confirmed what many people have whispered, that Katt Williams may have been targeted, and that powerful figures, like Diddy, wanted him silenced. These claims come at a time when lawsuits and federal investigations are tearing down the wall of secrecy that once protected some of the most powerful names in the entertainment world. The question is simple, but dangerous. Has Katt Williams been made to disappear from the spotlight because he spoke too much truth? This is not the first time such a question has been asked in Hollywood, but it feels heavier now. The scandals surrounding Diddy and the lawsuits against other big names have changed the way people listen to whistleblowers. Suddenly, what was once dismissed as paranoia now sounds like foresight.
Club Shay Shay, yeah. I was trying to do something there that hadn't been done. I thought that I had figured out the algorithm mathematically, and I thought that I could show that. And when I wrote it out to kill the careers of the people I was talking about, right? But it was so vicious that I erased all of the knockout blows and just left the jabs, so that the comic I'm talking about knows that I know your real story. I'm gonna tell this, but you know what else I know. So, yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to tell any of those stories now?
Well, I'm saying.
Jaguar Wright pointed out something.
And I think that's what the problem is. Everybody I don't want to tell you a real story. Why not? You know, I think if you did wrong, you should be embarrassed and tell the whole thing. You don't want to do wrong around me, because I would be that guy in the grocery store saying, "Hey, everybody, this guy did wrong." Not sugarcoating it. I just threw a couple of blows to let him know that I know. Well, let us know. What did he do, so we can start watching him and supporting him. That's how I think it should go
down. I'm telling
down.
you those stories now.
Hey, y'all, I'm eating fried chicken. Oh, y'all can't see. I got too much stuff over here. It's fried chicken wings smothered in gravy. Y'all should try this with French fries and gravy. Smothered. A buddy of mine turned me on to this. Fried chicken wings from the Chinese restaurant, smothered in that shrimp egg fouillon gravy. For those that like them eating channels, that thing right there goes, man. Smothered in extra gravy. Here we go.
Well, I'm saying.
Talk to me.
Jaguar Wright pointed out something that cannot be ignored. She said it was noticed that, of all the whistleblowers who were really getting heat during this whole Diddy trial and verdict, Katt was the only one nobody was really saying anything about. People were hot for him to be involved in something tragic. It was like people wanted to drag him into it. I have never seen people so eager to tie someone to a tragedy.
Matter of fact, of all of the whistleblowers that really didn't, that was really getting a lot of heat during this whole Diddy trial and the verdict and all of that, Katt was like the only one that nobody was really saying anything about. Am I wrong?
Oh.
Matter of fact, I asked somebody that a few weeks back. The way you come at me, the way you come at this person and that person, y'all ain't saying nothing about Katt. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. And then I heard, oh man, look at Katt, and everyone was so hot for him to be involved. Like, I've never seen people want somebody to be involved in a tragic situation so bad. Meanwhile, not saying that Reggie Carroll wasn't popular, not saying that he wasn't building up his repertoire, but he definitely didn't have the kind of national awareness that Katt Williams does, and now he does. Now everybody knows who he is. And it's just interesting, especially this Billy Sorrells guy. Like, he's running around. Katt's gonna do this, and this is gonna happen, and that's gonna happen. It's like he wants to be the oracle of bad news. He's such a Cassandra.
That's crazy.
He's got it all figured out. And now, Katt has been cleared, or at least that's what the authorities said on the news finally after they did their investigation. Oh, he ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing. Well, maybe the reason why he didn't say anything is because of all of you. Or maybe his lawyer may have instructed him that it's best for him not to say anything publicly. Now they're saying that the family got paid off. Don't believe it. He's really involved. He's really involved. And it's like, it sucks. Because they all keep going back to, oh, well, he said this and he knew that and he said this and now he's quiet and now he like, I don't know. To me, it kind of seems like people want him to be involved. And the one thing that I do know, especially when it comes to whistleblowers who speak out and who speak out fearlessly on really, really heavy matters.
What she was describing is chilling. It was not just curiosity about whether Katt would be caught up in something. It was almost a collective desire for him to fall. That desire to see him brought down tells us how dangerous he had become to those in power. Dame Dash added fuel to this idea. He said that Katt Williams and Jaguar Wright are starting to look like prophets because many of the things they warned about years ago are now being exposed. Dash asked why the people who are labeled crazy always end up saying things that later come true.
Nah.
The idea of labeling people as crazy is one of the oldest tricks in the book. It is a way to erase the power of their words without addressing their claims. By calling someone unstable, society can laugh at them instead of listening. Yet history shows that truth tellers are often ridiculed first. Jaguar Wright also pointed to the tactics being used against Katt Williams. She said it was observed that it was being made about how to destroy Katt Williams' credibility so nobody has to believe what he has to say. He is the last of the whistleblowers that has not really been touched yet. And it is funny that this is all happening around this time. This makes sense. If you cannot silence someone directly, you attack their character. You create enough doubt about them that nobody will take their words seriously. For years, the media has played along with this tactic, portraying Katt as unstable, eccentric, or a troublemaker. Wright's comments suggest that this was never an accident, but a deliberate way to weaken his influence. She was also careful to clarify that she was not saying every tragic event was part of a plot. What she was saying is that the system will take any chance to use events against truth tellers. As she put it, the one thing that I know for sure is that they will take any opportunity they have to trash and destroy anyone who was brave enough to tell the truth.
Auspicious timing. And I'm not sitting here saying that, you know, the passing of Reggie Carroll was some kind of great conspiracy plot to set up Katt Williams so that they can, you know, devalue him as a whistleblower or whatever the case may be. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I'm not saying that at all. And I don't want to hear anybody even trying to remotely put those words in my mouth. What I'm saying is the one thing that I know for sure is that they will take any opportunity that they have to trash and disgrace and destroy anyone who was brave enough to tell the truth, even this man's passing. Because the truth is, they should just be talking about him.
Facts.
They should be, what's his best joke? Why ain't y'all telling those stories? Like, I just want to talk about what a pit bull and what a dog he was, what an animal he was, and how, you know, he had to be pulled in line because he would just, you know, go crazy on people and like stop. Y'all ain't doing that man no justice telling that story. Why are y'all telling that story? Like, I never understood that. I never understood people who are the victims of heinous crimes or terrible ordeals, and people want to go and find a way to dirty them up after they passed away on the low. Do it low key on the light. Like, okay, he was a security guard and he knew how to protect people. That's fine. But for those of us who really didn't know him all like that, and there's a lot of people in America who never heard his name before and did not know who he was. Guess the one thing that they do know now, that he didn't know what to do with himself or his hands from time to time, and people had to help him get himself together, because he would just go crazy and that, you know, he was the kind of guy that if he loved and cared about you, he would just go run up on somebody even if you weren't there and get you on the phone and let you know that he's got this person cornered and that he's willing to knock their teeth out. He's willing to do this and he's willing to do that, and you had to tell him, no, it's cool.
Damn.
Like, what a story to tell about somebody you called a friend.
Damn, I ain't know all that.
Who died in this mysterious way and we still don't know the evidence of it?
This shows why credibility is more valuable.
Well, Jaguar Wright again, man, because it's funny that rest in peace to Reggie. I don't believe anybody should die, especially at the hands of a gun or whatever. This man would pump 5 of them in him. God, what did he do for you to shoot him 5 times? But I still haven't heard none of his jokes or anything, man. I keep saying I'm gonna look for myself. All these videos is talking about all this stuff, but nobody is talking about his jokes. Was he funny? I don't remember seeing him I don't follow comedians like that. Y'all let me know in the comments or send me a link to get to one of his stand-up shows or something, because I keep forgetting. Because I'm always in my comic section. So I would like to see this guy on stage, man, Reggie, because nobody's talking about any of his jokes or anything like that. Bernie Mac, Katt Williams, Kevin Hart, David Chappelle, all these people, you can mention at least 1 or 2 of your favorite jokes for these guys. This guy was just coming up, so I don't know what he did.
Then money in the world of whistleblowers. Once credibility is destroyed, the truth no longer matters because nobody believes it. By stripping Katt of trust, those in power can continue with their own narratives unchecked. It becomes less about fact, more about perception. Another issue Wright raised is about evidence in court cases involving powerful people. She said, with as much stuff as they kept redacted and out of those court records, it is funny that people think that just because evidence did not get presented, then that means you are not guilty of it. That is funny to me. This is important because public opinion is often shaped by what comes out in trials. If evidence is hidden or sealed, then the public assumes it does not exist. But Wright reminded people that hidden evidence does not mean innocence. It may simply mean the system is protecting certain names.
Yeah, it's like, the more and more you talk about it.
It didn't make it on court record, so it never happened.
Like the Epstein list. Trump running for president. I'm going to release the files of the Epstein list. Now that he's in office, where's the Epstein list at, Trump?
Yeah, it's like, the more and more you talk about it.
It didn't make it on court record, so it never happened.
Can I ask you a question, Jack?
Yeah.
When you and Katt were together back in the day, did y'all talk about this crazy stuff in this industry? Were y'all talking about this?
Yeah. He told me why they were gonna make it hard for me. I mean, like, I was gonna sign to his record label. I'll never forget the night he presented me as one of his up-and-coming artists at the Hard Rock Cafe in Las Vegas. I was walking away from, and he was offering me a space. And yet, there were still compromises that I wasn't willing to make. That's why that didn't work out. You know, for all of the good he's tried to do, I'm sure there's a couple compromises he's had to make. Stuff that I don't think it's anybody's place for anybody to speak about, you know? That's the thing. That's the thing that trips me out. Everybody keeps trying to rewrite history. But if Cat can sit down on Shay Shay and say all the things that he said, if I can sit here on this couch and share with y'all all of the things that I've shared with y'all, if Natanya Rubin can come forward and talk about how she was powed in the face the night that Shine was there, the night that J-Lo threw the firearm out the window, like if all of the, you know, if Gene Deal can say the things that he has said, if all of the people that can come forward and say all of these things, and understand this, we ain't a group of friends. We're all not a group of friends.
Right.
This fits the long-standing allegations that people with enough money and power can bury damaging evidence until it becomes useless due to statutes of limitation. In other words, the truth does not disappear. It just gets hidden until it no longer matters legally. When evidence is locked away, the public is denied a full understanding of what truly happened. People walk free, not because they are innocent, but because the right files never see the light of day. This practice not only protects the guilty, it undermines the very idea of justice itself.
It's two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress. Okay, well, I watched all of my friends throughout my entire life be able to dunk a basketball, but not me. So everybody can't do everything. So, you know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Okay.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote.
We all love Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. Dave Chappelle has never been a part of the Illuminati. They don't want him or me or people like us.
Yeah.
But now it's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me 1,000,000 times.
Right.
I'm still not going to join, but I respect it a little more.
All right. How do you handle that? Because they put your name in the press with a lot of rumors and a lot of situations that they try to put on Katt Williams. Do you feel ever the need to, like, I got to go defend this and put out a story about who I am, or do you just let that kind of like roll off your back when
Well, as you can see, I've let it all go for quite some time, and a lot of that is just based upon the fact that I don't really know how to complain because all of the people that I ever looked up to had to go through it too. So I know how much they talked about Martin Luther King, and I know what they end up doing to him. I know this same story about Jesus and a few of my uncles. So now I know that if your mouth is really, really big and you try to tell the truth for a living and you like to air people out, hatred is coming your way. I didn't know it was going to be this type of hatred, but you know, I'm concrete in all things because of He who strengthens me. So that doesn't mean I always make the right decisions, but I am going to stand by what I stand for, and I'm only continuing to do it because I was looking for somebody who was doing it instead of me. And I just must have missed them. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So at some point you have to figure out what example are you trying to be. If it's just going to be you going to make it and live happily ever after and go off into the sunset, then that's what that is. Otherwise, you're on the front line of this battle. And those of us who understand that this is a part of what comes with it.
Recently, Katt Williams' name was linked to the death of a man at a property loosely connected to him. Wright responded to this story directly. She explained, there are a lot more people who should be hearing the kind of stuff going on in the background. But to have Katt Williams' name attached to somebody being unalived at a property associated with him, the new story is that he paid off officials. That is an interesting claim, but when I look at his background, he has been arrested 20-some odd times for crimes he could never be convicted of. I do not see somebody who is by the law as much as he has suddenly being buddy-buddy with the law to pay them off for a crime he allegedly was not even around for. This is key. If he was never proven guilty in past cases, despite being targeted so many times, why would he suddenly now be powerful enough to manipulate the law? The pattern shows the opposite. He was always being attacked by the law, not protected by it. Wright also questioned why nobody could prove Katt's presence at the scene. She pointed out that with cameras and surveillance everywhere, the lack of evidence should matter. Yet people preferred to believe he was guilty simply because he stayed quiet. This is how reputations get twisted. A man who has always been on the receiving end of legal abuse is suddenly painted as someone who can pull strings behind the scenes. It is not consistent, yet the public is quick to accept it. Why? Because that narrative fits what power wants. Another name that has come up in this conversation is Reggie Carroll. According to Jaguar Wright, his case is another example of how Katt Williams' name keeps getting dragged into events he was allegedly nowhere near. She explained that when Reggie Carroll's situation came out, the first thing they tried to do was connect it to Katt. They did not even wait for details. They just wanted his name tied to something tragic again. Wright said that the media's rush to link Katt to this incident looked almost rehearsed, as if the narrative was ready before the facts.
Nobody's trying to get to the bottom of that. The only thing they're trying to get to the bottom of is how to make Katt Williams responsible for it.
Yup. That was
like,
it.
This is even more elusive than the Tory Lanez case. And
Damn.
Tory Lanez was there when that powing happened, but his DNA was nowhere near the firearm.
Yep.
But he at least was there. There's no evidence where Katt Williams was, and what makes him guilty is the fact that he hasn't said anything. That's what makes him guilty.
That's what makes him guilty. Yup.
Because that's pretty much what everybody's saying. Because he said nothing, because he hasn't come forward, because he hasn't made a statement, because he hasn't done this publicly or done that publicly, he's guilty.
Yeah, forget the public. He made statements to the
The only
police.
reason the authorities came forward to clear him from the situation is because he paid it. How many people did he pay off?
Woo!
I don't see y'all tripping about none of that. Like,
and they got paperwork. They got documentation stating that's been filed in court saying that Diddy made somebody take a bribe. I need to get my paperwork together. Dude, I need to get my paperwork together, man. Because I don't even know what video that's on or anything, but it's civil case filing. It's filings in court.
the booming of Kid Cudi's car. Part of the reason why that couldn't have been taken into consideration for the RICO charge and all of the rest of the stuff that he was able to slither out of is because it's actually been put on record that Diddy paid to have the evidence disappear.
Right.
This didn't make it in against him because it went against the statute of limitations. Like all of the people that Katt Williams spoke against.
This raises an important point. Every time a questionable event takes place near anyone remotely connected to Katt Williams, the same pattern emerges. Headlines appear, social media runs with it, and suddenly he is accused in the court of public opinion. Yet once the dust settles, no direct evidence is ever shown. Wright pointed out that this cycle is not about proving guilt, but about keeping Katt's name in negative stories, so that the public eventually stops trusting him. She also reminded viewers that this is how reputations are destroyed over time. They know people don't always follow up on stories. They just remember the headline. Wright said, in the case of Reggie Carroll, no credible evidence was presented that Katt Williams was involved. Yet the damage to his image was already done. By the time the truth is clarified, most people have moved on. This slow erosion of credibility is a tactic as old as Hollywood itself.
Was Katt Williams on the scene? Was Katt Williams the reason Reggie Carroll died? Was it at Katt Williams' house? And everybody has become divided. Some people is saying, we don't know if Katt Williams involved. Yes, it's his bodyguard, but that don't mean Katt Williams have anything to do with it.
what make it so bad? They was friends. You saw them in a picture together. Reggie and the bodyguard dude, he's a tall dude, and they taking pictures together like, yeah, we on tour together. We getting this money. You know, we throwing up our signs. And they was filming each other in the house, man. And next thing you know, my man said, I can't take no more.
On the other hand, you got people saying this is suspicious as hell. Katt Williams is prime suspect number one. A comedian gets shot and killed by your bodyguard. Everybody's on the internet sending out condolences, posting heartfelt tributes, and your ass remain quiet. Is this the same Katt Williams we have grown to know and love? Remember you took your ass to Shannon Sharp. You said you was the truth teller. You were gonna expose a lot of people, but the moment it hits home, your ass is quiet. I'm not saying I feel that way, but that's what a lot of people is saying. Now I'm gonna review the case. I'm gonna break this whole situation down, and by the end of the video, we gonna answer this question. What Katt Williams involved in Reggie Carroll's shooting? I don't have the answer right now, but let's listen to this news clip and see what we can find from it. Let's go.
Damn.
News in the Mid-South.
But tonight, the comedy world is mourning one of their own. Nationally known comedian Reginald Carroll was shot and killed in South Haven. While his accused killer is in jail, Fox 13's Martin Staunton brings us the tributes from our community and across the country.
Carroll was 52 years old when his life came to an end on this street in South Haven. We spoke with people in the community about the idea that a world-renowned comedian was here.
But it's crazy. Like, who would a person like that? That's what's going through my mind.
I read his charts. The boy said he's invincible.
Reggie Carroll spent the past 3 decades bringing laughter across the country. He first appeared on BET's Comic View during its first season in 1992.
The tall tooth standing over top of the short tooth. Then the third tooth ain't even looking at the camera.
His comedy credits don't stop on the stand-up stage. In the late 90s, he had a role in the sitcom The Parkers. It was that television appearance that led to Carroll's lasting relationship with Oscar-winning comedian Monique. She posted about her friends South Haven on Instagram.
This is why I say treat people the best you can.
Amen.
Because you never know if you'll get a chance to see them again.
Now let me say this, because I've been seeing a lot of people disrespect Reggie Carroll. They saying, who the hell is Reggie Carroll? We don't know who he is. He has a very long career. He been on TV. He has connections to Monique. He is loved by the people that love him. Just because he wasn't some big star, don't mean we don't need to talk about his death. Don't mean we need to talk about his... Yes, it's saying Katt Williams' bodyguard is involved. Yes, people is wondering what's the extent that Katt Williams is involved, but he still is a human being. They got family members that love him, so I hope he gets justice. Now, they say they arrested the man, and we're going to come to find out who it is. But let's continue watching.
Jaguar Wright compared Katt Williams' case to that of Tory Lanez. She said, "Nobody is trying to get to the bottom of where Katt Williams was. The only thing being pushed is how to make him responsible for it. This is even more elusive than the Tory Lanez case. Tory was there when the incident happened, but his DNA was nowhere near the firearm. At least he was there. With Katt Williams, there is no evidence of where he was. And what makes him guilty is the fact that he has not said anything publicly. That is what people are saying. Because he has been silent, he must be guilty."
For Tory Lanez to get stabbed the day of this trial, and also days before releasing damning information that is going to possibly change the outlook of his case, and for him to, thank God he survived the situation where, again, they already put out the assailant who did it. He was part of the Hispanic community where they were worried about a gang war now, a race war. Give me your take on this, because, again, to hear that news the morning of this trial beginning.
It was the Mexicans that done it. Right?
That's what they're saying, yeah. Yeah, they put it.
Well, no, it was the Mexican. The Mexicana.
Yeah.
Cartel?
All right, there you go.
It's just amazing to me.
This is
It's
crazy.
amazing to me.
Yeah.
Sean Carter is trying to do whatever he has to do to tie up every loose end possible because he don't want to go sit with his friend.
Talking about Jay-Z. Don't want to sit with Puffy.
Why is everybody not talking about the elephant, or should I say the camel in the room?
Campbell.
Campbell.
Come on, man.
You know, Tory Lane's father had said we need to be looking that way. He tried to tell us. We need to be looking that way.
And instead, his lawyer that was supposed to be representing him, who failed beyond belief, ended up with a television series called Reasonable Doubt.
Damn.
Let's just be real. How many times have y'all heard me say he didn't do that? I made it very clear. I wasn't even fond of him. I was actually still a little pissed off about what he had done to August Alsina. Because that happened right before his situation happened.
Yeah.
And I said if he was going to go to jail for something, he should have gone to jail for what he actually done. But they enjoy putting cases on people for things that they didn't do. It's a humiliation tactic. How many bad cases have been put on me to try to humiliate me, ruin my character? Now, Kelsey's bodyguard, it literally took Tory almost being unalive.
This shows how silence is weaponized. In reality, staying quiet might be the safest legal move, but in the court of public opinion, silence is painted as guilt. For Katt Williams, it seems his refusal to play into the media circus is being twisted against him. This is the irony of fame. Speaking out can be dangerous, but staying quiet can be even more damaging. The public is trained to expect statements, press conferences, or apologies. When none of that comes, people assume the worst. Silence becomes its own kind of guilty verdict in the spotlight. The most explosive part of Jaguar Wright's statements involves Diddy. She said it was on record that part of the reason why that could not have been used for the RICO charge is because it has been put on record that Diddy paid to have the evidence disappear. The people Katt Williams spoke against have actually done those things. They paid authorities to get rid of evidence, to corrupt evidence, and to hold evidence until it passed the statute of limitations.
If the notes from the book really were from Kim Porter.
It was, yes, because I spoke to her probably like 6 hours before I received it.
You spoke to Kim Porter?
Yes.
So Kim Porter.
Just saying hi.
Okay.
Just saying hi. Didn't
Okay, Ariel, go ahead and give.
This is the most. Oh God. Yeah, you're right. I can see why Katt don't want to. I just want to let him know I don't want to tell all this business. Now the shoe on the other foot. See, Uncle Mike is sitting over here saying, I don't take no shorts unless it's coming from a midget. I call a spade a spade. But also, I gotta watch what I say because this is YouTube and you're talking negative about this dummy. So you get what my point I'm making. I don't understand this dude, man. This dude right here got to be the most. I haven't seen nobody on YouTube. Allegedly. Maybe the alleged word is to protect yourself. Maybe I haven't seen nobody with more screws loose, not the sharpest knife in the drawer, and the elevator don't even go nowhere near the top floor with this guy. He is the worst of all. How in the hell? You know what? Rest in peace to Kim Porter. Where the book at? I paid $250 for this book because You done put this little pamphlet. It's a pamphlet, y'all. This dude can't even put together a complete sentence. And that's not why I'm so upset with him. You know, because you can't speak the king's language. That ain't why I'm upset with you. I'm upset with you because you lied, and you said you lied out of your mouth. You told the public that you lied to this guy. So you're a liar. That lets you know that nobody used a name on this little pamphlet because you knew you was doing something you ain't had no business doing. Then he turned around and said he ain't even read the damn thing. He didn't read. Oh shit, now I ain't gonna be able to find the thing. He haven't even read the thing, man. Oh my God. If I'm gonna put a book out, at least I'm gonna read it. If I'm gonna be the author or something. Come on, y'all. Here we go.
Kim Porter.
It was, yes, because I spoke to her probably like 6 hours before I got it, received it.
You spoke to Kim Porter?
Yes.
So Kim Porter.
Just saying hi.
Okay.
Just saying hi.
Okay, Ariel, go ahead and give me clarity on the timeline.
No, I'm trying to get him to provide clarity of, was there a conversation with her?
No, I was talking to the person, and he said, hold up, this is Courtney, be right here. Let me say something to him. He said, I know him, put me on speaker. Then that's how we end up speaking.
And then later, somebody
That's not even a question.
Somebody else came and brought you the manuscript.
Right. Before I left. Before I left ATL.
You're dumb. Even your
To
dumb
the best
lawyer.
of your knowledge, Courtney, do you believe that the manuscript is truly based on Kim Porter's diaries? Because there is a lot of dialogue in there. It is pages and pages of actual dialogue, which, I mean, I can't remember breakfast today, let alone dialogue from 5, 10, 15, and 20 years ago.
I guess this is a woman's scar. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, what she been through. It's, I'm not a woman, so I'm just going by how I got female friends and relatives. They always come to the house scoring because what went on in their relationship.
I'm not a woman. No. I'm glad you told me that, bro, because I was kind of confused there. I see right through your stupidity. I know your lawyer see right through it. She on the same fence as you because she ain't wrapped too tight her daggone self, allegedly. Why do you think that lawyer always got these type of clients? All of them got a screw or two loose. Just because the light on, that don't mean somebody home.
And you can't, when you score, you can't forget it.
Who are you educating?
Important to stop down here for a moment and note again that Sean Combs is accused. He has not been convicted of any crimes. And so far, everything against him is an allegation until it is proven in a court of law and a jury either decides or he decides to sign a plea deal to any of these crimes. But at this point in the story, Sean Combs is not guilty of any crimes. He is currently under indictment. He is currently being held on bail. But if you're at all curious about how Courtney Burgess feels about Diddy today, I asked him about that too. And here's what he had to say. Your lawyer just said, the story the tapes tell are the story of Diddy from the last several decades. And I know that you've known Diddy for a very long time. Can you describe what that story is based on what you now know to be true, the last several decades of Diddy's behavior and the reason he's now sitting in lockup?
I think I've been doing it for 35 years. I think we probably entered the music business at the same time. He entered with Uptown, I entered into Big Beat, Atlantic. At the time, I guess he was ambitious. He was then from ambitious went to doing anything. Then from doing anything to didn't care about nobody, who he could beat. And then he ended up turning into Lucifer today. I'm looking Yeah, I know y'all call him Diddy or Puff, y'all call him Lucifer.
This accusation strikes at the heart of the current scandal. It is not simply about whether Diddy is guilty of certain crimes. It is about whether he has the power to erase evidence of them.
Diddy filed a lawsuit against this Courtney dude. I don't know how that's gonna work. You gotta wait 2 years. You gotta wait till your 50 months is done, and then you can go pursue your. Diddy don't want to sue this guy. This guy ain't got no money. He might got a big house daddy or something. Lord have mercy, man. I actually was on talking to some other YouTubers that interviewed them, and they said out their mouth, they said, man, Uncle Mike gonna have a ball with this one. I tore his tail up. Jaguar Wright tore him up, man. This dude, oh my God.
Accusation strikes at the heart of the current scandal. It is not simply about whether Diddy is guilty of certain crimes. It is about whether he has the power to erase evidence of them. If true, this means the system itself is compromised, and anyone like Katt Williams who dares to expose it becomes a threat. The idea of buying silence and burying proof is not new, but hearing it linked directly to someone as powerful as Diddy raises the stakes. If evidence can vanish at the hands of money, then accountability becomes impossible. This is why whistleblowers like Katt matter so much to the public. Jaguar Wright also mentioned how certain individuals feed negative stories about Katt. She said, it was especially interesting with this Billy Soros guy. He was running around saying, Katt is going to do this, and that is going to happen. He wanted to be the oracle of bad news. He acted like he had it all figured out.
And it all leads right back to what Katt Williams had to say. The biggest job that someone has in the Illuminati is to pretend like there is no Illuminati. That's what everybody's doing right now. But for anybody to try to take him and tie this to him when the authorities aren't, and then they got to come up with all kinds of conspiracy theories and speculation to get people to believe that Katt Williams is responsible for this man's death in some way, when y'all have all of the evidence in the world of exactly how monstrous Diddy and all of his friends are, and everyone that he's worked with, and all of you that are attached to this corrupt system. But y'all don't want to believe that even when the evidence is in your face. Isn't that funny? You could take the evidence and you could shove it in their face. Like you shove a dog's face in piss to let them know don't do that there no more.
Don't you do that.
And they'll pretend like they don't see nothing. But they love weaving and crafting and coming up with all of these stories so that they can punish the people who ruin their little wet dreams about,
What she described is the shaping of a narrative. Before evidence or facts come out, people spread predictions that cast Katt in a negative light. By the time the real story appears, the public has already been primed to see him as guilty. This is not just about journalism. It is about the manipulation of perception. When narratives are planted early, they spread fast. By the time facts arrive, they no longer matter because the crowd has already chosen what to believe. This is how public opinion gets steered without anyone noticing. Wright was warning that even rumors can become powerful tools of destruction in skilled hands. Katt Williams and Jaguar Wright have both been dismissed as unstable and unreliable. Yet time and again, their words have lined up with reality. Dame Dash himself admitted they are starting to look like prophets. The bigger question is not whether every single detail they share is true. The real question is why so much effort is being spent to destroy their credibility. As Jaguar Wright said, those in power will take any opportunity to discredit anyone who dares to tell the truth. Katt Williams has not disappeared, but his voice is being buried under layers of suspicion, rumor, and blame. Whether or not you believe everything he says, one fact is hard to ignore. The louder he speaks, the more the system works to silence him. So here's the question to end with. Has Katt Williams been targeted because of what he says, or because of the people he threatens to expose? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.
I'm just gonna be honest, man. Some people talk loud and thinks that makes them right. I couldn't believe, man. I couldn't believe that dude. I don't even know who he is. Katt done did all this stuff and did all this work. They tried to take his kids away. Katt done adopted kids. Can't get no better than that. He done tried to help people. He done seriously helped some people. Come on, Katt. I mean, what's up? Why you so quiet? Maybe because Katt Williams is the smartest one. My lawyer said don't say nothing, so I ain't gonna say nothing. Nah, we so quick. We believe in social media more than we believe in the court system. And, you know, I gotta say something to the public. No, you don't. Sit your butt down. You don't have to say nothing. All you need to do is keep your butt out of jail. You want to go to jail? Because all they're going to do is twist your words up. You know what? You're right. He has experience of dealing with these people after they arrested him over and over again. Took his kids away. Told them, well, they found guns in the house. Nick, bro, how else I'm going to protect my house and stuff? It ain't nothing against the law having guns in the house. You think that's good to have guns in the house when you got kids in the house? Yeah. They was in lock boxes. They was safely put away. It's called safety. But no matter what, bro, you're going to turn this story your way. So go ahead and turn it, man. Stop wasting my time. That's what you tell them. Let them know. Let them know, man. Don't be afraid. Being afraid gets you nowhere. I mean, you can be scared, but stand up for yourself. I was just telling the lady, she texted me to me some, but I was hiding. I don't know what to say. I don't want to say the wrong thing and my church find out. Well, fucking don't say the wrong thing. Say what your heart feels. And you believe in what comes out your mouth. That's right, I said it. And I don't care who knows I said it. In fact, I say it again right in front of your face. Stand up for what I believe in. Stand up for yourself. At least have some backbone to stand up for your own beliefs. Jesus. This whole world is scared of everything. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike. Don't even know my own damn name. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.